One of the methods of self-transformation that we learn from the meditation masters is replacing a thought by another thought and replacing a negative emotion by its opposite. So today we're going to talk about how we can use this to overcome feelings of anxiety, depression, and hopelessness. Welcome to episode 90 of Master Your Mind Daily, your daily source of inspiration for all things meditation, anxiety, and personal growth. My name is Giovanni Dienstmann. I'm the author of Practical Meditation and the creator of livingthere.com, one of the top 5 most read meditation blogs on the web. So, an emotion is not only something that we feel spontaneously. A feeling is not something that only happens when triggered from the outside. It's not only a response to life. It's something that we can cultivate from within. We can create any feeling, any emotion inside ourselves without depending on an external trigger. That is a key point to understand because it opens the doors to a lot of interesting ways to work and process your feelings, and also gives you the freedom to be able to be the master of your emotional states, to be creative, to be more by design rather than by default. And once you understand that we are able to create feelings and emotions without an external stimuli, then you're able to practice this technique of transforming the energy behind an emotion by contemplating its opposite, by replacing the negative with the positive, without suppressing it, without saying you don't have the right to be here, because that doesn't work. That has negative consequences. But just transforming that energy of hatred into love, of anger into compassion, fear into courage, anxiety into contentment, optimism, depression into hope and gratitude and joy. This is possible. And meditation teaches you the way to do that. It works because we cannot have two opposite emotions inside of us at the exact same time. It doesn't work like that. You cannot be feeling needy and content at the same time. You cannot be feeling anxious and confident at the same time. You cannot be feeling depressed and joyful at the same time. It doesn't work. So every moment that we are experiencing contentment, optimism, and gratitude, that is one moment that we are not experiencing anxiety, stress, depression. And we can train our mind, we can incline our mind to these positive feelings and cultivate them as mental states. And the more we do so, the bigger is the buffer we have against those negative emotions. That is to say, contentment, optimism, and gratitude. These 3 things are powerful antidotes to anxiety and depression. Anxiety says something horrible is about to happen. Optimism says that is unlikely to happen, but if it does, I'm sure that I can deal with it, and I'm sure that I can get something good out of it. You notice the difference? Anxiety says, oh my God, my battery is dying. What if I have that important phone call right now, and then I can never reach that person again? And then the opportunity is gone. And then. while gratitude says, my battery dying reminds me of how important my phone is for me, of all the things that I have, all the convenience that I have because of this phone. You're looking at the same situation in a different way. And then from there, you can take a different action. Concretely, take a concrete step to fix that situation. But don't respond from anxiety. Respond from optimism. Jessica says, exactly the reminder I needed to hear. I'm happy to hear that. And that itself is an expression of gratitude. So anxiety is the voice that says there's always something wrong about to happen. While contentment is the voice that says there's always something I can feel happy about. There's always something that I can enjoy and appreciate in the present moment. Now, this is the trick. This is the possibility that you can change the negative way of reacting to things and feeling things to a more positive one. That is the possibility, and that's how it works. Now the challenge is there's a strong habit of thinking a certain way, of responding with anxiety, of paying attention to danger and risk, and not to the good things, not to the possibility, not to your capacity. And so this habit needs to be broken. You need to bring your mind again and again from the negative back to the positive, from what doesn't serve you back to what serves you. And this is a skill that is trained in a daily meditation practice, where you decide to focus your mind on your breath or on a mantra, and the mind keeps going back into distractions, into thoughts, feelings, memories. And then whenever you see, you bring it back, and you are exercising this muscle. And this ability to bring your mind back to where you want it to be, you can apply when replacing a negative feeling for a positive one. So the overall conclusion, the overall teaching here is that our mind takes the form of that which it thinks constantly. So if you constantly see the world through the lenses of fear and danger and risk, then it will become very easy for your mind to take the shape of anxiety. And that becomes your default. It's a habit. But if you train every time that you consciously choose to practice optimism, to practice contentment, to practice gratitude, you are creating a new neural pathway in your brain. And every time you do that, that neural pathway is becoming a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger. And every time you let go of the old way of seeing things, the way that makes you miserable, the way that holds you back, the way that limits you, every time you let go of that, you're making that a little bit weaker in your brain. And if you keep at this practice, if you keep at this path, the transformation will happen. And one day, this responding with optimism, with confidence, with peace and gratitude, that will become your new default. You will have transformed yourself by then. Exactly. It's neuroplasticity. I like to call it the law of attention. What you pay attention to comes into existence and becomes strong. And what you withdraw your attention from loses power and eventually disappears. And so if you want to make this happen, if you want to make this self-transformation happen, then you need a daily meditation practice with the right technique and applying it in your daily life. And these are the three pillars of meditation. The daily practice, finding the right technique for you, and it's different for every person, and applying the skills of meditation into your daily life. If you need help developing, or if you want any support developing those three pillars of meditation, then I recommend you join my Limitless Life program, where I'll take you step by step through this journey. I'll put the link in the description but you can also find by going to limitlesslifeprogram.com. So in summary, we are unable to have two opposite feelings, two opposite emotions at the same time. So every moment that we are feeling optimism, contentment, and gratitude, that is one moment that we are not feeling depression and anxiety. And meditation teaches us that we don't need to wait for the external world to trigger emotions in us. We can cultivate feelings, we can cultivate states of mind such as contentment, optimism, and gratitude. And that is a powerful antidote for anxiety. You need to do it repeatedly. You need to repeatedly let go of the old way of responding to life and cultivate the new way. And if you do that, if you keep at it daily, and a daily meditation practice is essential for this, then a day will arrive where the new version, the new feelings, a day will arrive where confidence, contentment, gratitude, and optimism will be the natural way that you respond to life. And when that happens, things will feel very different. I hope you have found this video helpful. If you have any other questions, you can type in now, or you can type in the comments for me to answer later. If you know of anyone in your family or any friend that would benefit from watching this video, and I'm sure almost all of us know people like this, then share the video with them. I'm sure they'll appreciate. Or you can tag them in the comments. So thank you for watching, and until next time, happy growing.